Cool, young man. Get the horn.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
And welcome, YouTubers. This is the Yo Bro Gaming and Reviews, our very first episode of Retro Review, where we talk about all the movies from the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, the 60s, anything from the 90s back, pretty much. This is going to be something we're going to do once a month, and we also do this in gaming as well. Ethan, I think, did his first one. That's going to be his thing. This is something we're going to do together because it's just sound like it'd be fun.
Yeah,
so our first episode... Yeah, our first episode is going to be a movie that I introduced Ethan to. This is going to be for Escape from LA.
And Escape from New York. Woo!
We're going to go over, this is going to be non-spoilers. If I know it's a 20-plus-year-old movie, 30 years. I don't care. I think this is something, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it with as little knowledge as possible because it's a really awesome movie, especially that first one. So,
New York.
We're going to talk about the first one. And then we'll go a little bit in the second one. So let's talk about Escape from New York. It's starring Kurt Russell. It's got Donald Pleasence as the president. Kurt Russell is playing Snake.
Snake Plissken.
And you got Ernest Borgnine. He's the cabbie. And you got Isaac Hayes as the Duke. And this movie is set in 1997. The film was made in 1986 and takes place in 1997 in what was supposedly going to be the future then, where New York is basically an island
prison.
to itself, and it's just a prison. Ethan?
Yeah, like he said, New York's been, pretty much the entire U.S. is shit. Manhattan Island itself is just one big, massive prison where they send everyone who's committed any crimes that they find is wrong, and then they just ship them off to New York, where they rot.
And this movie is you find out about that at the beginning of the movie, and then you find out that there's a thing that the government wants. The president has it. I think it's like a bomb or something. I don't remember for sure.
I think it's like nuke codes.
Yeah, the nuke code's basically a bomb. The president ends up on the island, so they send in Snake to go do it, and they pretty much give him no alternative by rigging something up to him to where his heart, I think, will die. He'll die. If he doesn't do it. I'm not going to tell you exactly what. He'll die. So Snake gets stuck on the island, and he gets help from the cabbie, played by Ernest Borgnine. And it's awesome. It just goes from being really good to super awesome.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it because I want you to find out for yourself.
And for all those people that keep on saying they want a Metal Gear Solid movie, watch this movie. I guarantee you're going to say, hey, I finally got my Metal Gear Solid movie.
You look at Snake, and you know for a fact that's where they got the inspiration for Snake in the Metal Gear Solid game.
And plus, if any of you have played Metal Gear Solid 2 and hear that little Pliskin reference, that was a reference to Metal Gear, Escape from New York.
So let's go to the second half of this. Still pretty good, but not perfect.
As good.
And that's Escape from LA. And this one takes place 16 takes place 16 years after the events of the first movie. This gigantic earthquake happened and ended up separating pretty much Los Angeles and that entire area from the rest of the continental U.S. What did they decide to do with it?
Make it a deportation center.
Mm-hmm. And guess who ends up getting sent there because he still just can't do what he's supposed to do?
Plissken.
We got
Kurt Russell again reprising his role as Snake.
And John Carpenter, He's the director yet again for this movie. You got Steve Buscemi playing
Map of the Road, Map to the Stars, Eddie.
and you got AJ Langer. I think that she plays Utopia, who's the president's daughter, who's played by Uncle Ben. That's right. Cliff Robertson plays the president, and he's just a dick. Yeah, LA's been separated. The president's daughter's got this black box, and this black box can do really bad things to the world, like end of the world type stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but she took it. She's in LA, so they send Snake with a thing that's going to make him die yet again if he doesn't go do it. So he gets sent into LA. Servo Jones, he's looking for him, and he's, I guess, got the black box. A lot of things happen yet again. And again, I just don't want to go too far into detail.
Otherwise, we'll be treading spoiler territory.
Yeah, and yeah, the movie's 20. This one's 20 years old. The other one's 30 years old. And I still feel like any movie that I go about, unless I'm going to do a spoiler review,
should not have spoilers in it.
Exactly.
Because this is a freaking classic. I mean, it's made by the same guy that did the Halloween movies.
And so what we're going to do, we're going to do our rating scale. We tweaked it from when we did our Star Wars review, where we did it as a percentage. We decided to do this as like a 1 through 10 type thing. So I'm going to give my portion of it, and then Ethan will give his. Anything you want to say about Escape from LA before we go there?
I didn't even know about this movie until he showed it to me. Either of these movies.
Your overall impression of the movies?
My overall impression, if they do consider a remake, they better stick to the classic. I mean, they have the freaking, what is it? The basis information, what they need, and just use that.
Yeah, they got a good shell for a story. Personally, I would rather them do a sequel. They mentioned something about Detroit in the last one.
Yeah, I would want to see what happens in Detroit.
Yeah, let's see a 50, 60-year-old Snake Plissken doing badass shit in Detroit. So, my overall score, I'm going to give this, the first one, we're going to do individual movies. Escape from New York for me gets a 9.7 out of 10. Escape from LA will get a 9.2 from me. Ethan?
I'm going to give Escape from New York a solid 10, and Escape from LA, I'm going to give a 9.5.
There you have it. This has been our first ever retro movie review. I am Zach. You can follow me at Twitter at Zach2002.com.
I'm Wayne. You can follow me on PlayStation Network at Punisher Slayer 19.
And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. We are still a new channel. We're still trying to grow. As that follows, please subscribe to the channel at Yo Bros Gaming and Reviews at YouTube.com. Thank you for watching this video. God bless America, and we'll see you later.